Hey everyone, welcome back to Everyday Chinese English Academy. I'm Ming.
And I'm Emma. Today we are talking about the small help that saves the day.
Not dramatic help,
No helicopter, no emergency button, no slow motion rescue scene.
just the kind of help where someone holds a door, checks an address, watches your bag for 10 seconds, or sends you the name of the restaurant again because you lost the message.
The tiny favor that keeps a normal day from turning into a complicated day.
Exactly. In daily life, a lot of social skill is not about asking for huge things. It is about asking for small things in a way that feels respectful.
I like that, because sometimes I know the thing I need is small, but asking still feels strangely hard.
That feeling is very common.
I will stand there thinking, it is only a small question. Why am I preparing emotionally like I am applying for citizenship?
Because asking for help has two parts. There's the practical request, and there's the social feeling around the request.
So today is not just, how do I say help me?
Right. We are talking about how people soften a request, how they show respect, and how they make the other person feel free to say yes or no.
That sounds useful and also, honestly, necessary.
Our first word is bangmang. Bangmang. It means to help or to do someone a favor.
bangmang, bangmang.
Good. Bang means help. Mang means busy. But together, bangmang means help someone with a task.
So if I say, can you bangmang, I am asking for help?
Yes, and today we will build the whole social world around that one small request.
I have a perfect example. Last week, I came home with 2 bags of groceries.
The classic test of adulthood.
One bag had vegetables. The other bag had things I did not plan to buy, but the store placed them near the checkout and I lost the argument.
A strong business model.
I arrived at my apartment building, put my hand in my pocket, and my door card was not there.
Pain.
I checked my other pocket. Nothing. I checked my bag with one hand while holding the groceries with the other hand. Still nothing.
At this point, the vegetables are judging you.
Completely. Then I looked at my phone. 2% battery.
So you had no card, heavy bags, and a phone that had already started saying goodbye.
Exactly. Then a neighbor walked toward the door. I knew I only needed one small thing. Please open the building door with your card.
Very small request, very normal request.
But in that moment, I suddenly forgot how society works.
What did you want to say?
In English, maybe, could you help me open the door? But my brain produced, hello, I live here. I am not a criminal. These are tomatoes.
Very persuasive tomatoes.
I needed one clean phrase.
In Chinese, you could say, 你能帮我开一下门吗? It means, could you help me open the door?
你能帮我开一下门吗?
Good. The key part is 帮我, help me. You can also say 帮个忙, do me a favor.
帮个忙, 帮个忙.
Yes, if you say 能帮个忙吗, it means, could you do me a favor?
That feels simple.
It is simple, but the feeling matters. If you say it warmly, it sounds normal. If you say it like a command, it becomes strange.
So the words are not magic. Tone still matters.
Always. Language is not a password. It is a little social bridge.
I like that. And in my case, the neighbor opened the door before I finished speaking.
Good neighbor.
Very good. The tomatoes survived.
When people ask for small help in Chinese, they often add words that soften the request.
Like emotional bubble wrap.
Exactly. One very common word is mafan. Mafan.
麻烦,麻烦.
Mafan means trouble, troublesome, or to trouble someone. But in polite requests, it is very useful.
I have heard 麻烦你.
Yes, mafan ni means sorry to trouble you, or could I trouble you to do this?
That sounds very formal in English.
In English, sorry to trouble you can sound like an email from 1890, but in Chinese, mafan ni can be very normal.
So I could say 麻烦你帮我开一下门.
Yes, it means, could I trouble you to help me open the door?
But the real feeling is softer than the literal translation.
Correct. It does not mean I am a burden and my life is shame. It means I know this takes your time, even if it is small.
That is an important distinction.
Very important. Another common phrase is darao isha. Darao isha.
打扰一下,打扰一下.
Darao means disturb or interrupt. Isha means for a moment, a little bit. Darao isha means excuse me or sorry to bother you for a second.
So if I need to ask a stranger a question, I can start with 打扰一下.
Yes, for example, 打扰一下,地铁站怎么走? Excuse me, How do I get to the subway station?
It is like a small knock before the question enters the room.
Exactly. 打扰一下 is the soft doorbell of language.
I love that. It tells the other person, I know you were doing your own life and I am entering for a moment.
That is the social function.
So if I combine them, I can say, 打扰一下，麻烦你帮个忙.
Yes, that means, excuse me, could I trouble you to help me with something?
That is polite, but it is still not too heavy.
Right. For a small request, that is often enough.
What about baituo? I have heard that one in dramas.
Good word. Baituo means please, or I am asking you seriously. It has more emotional weight than a simple please.
Baituo.
Yes, bai originally has the feeling of bowing or respectfully asking. Tuo means entrust. Together, baituo can feel like I am counting on you.
That is stronger than please cost the salt.
Usually, yes. You can use baituo lightly with friends, but it still carries a little dramatic energy.
Dramatic energy. That explains why I hear it in shows.
For example, if your friend says, please do not tell anyone about this, they might say, baituo ni了.
Baituo ni了. I am counting on you.
Exactly. Or if you are desperate because your phone is dying and you need someone to send a message, you might say, 拜托，能不能帮我发个消息?
Please, could you help me send a message?
Yes, but you would not normally use 拜托 for every tiny thing with a stranger.
Because then every small request sounds like a movie scene.
Correct. Imagine someone says, 拜托, can you move your cup 2 centimeters?
Too much.
Too much. The lazy rule is simple. Use mafan for ordinary polite requests. Use baituo when the request has more emotional pressure or the relationship is close enough for playful drama.
That is practical.
Language needs weight control.
Like seasoning, a little baituo can be sincere. Too much, and suddenly the soup is a legal document.
I was going to say too salty, but legal document also works. Now we need the shape of the request itself. A very useful phrase is neng bu neng.
能不能?
Neng means can, bu neng means cannot. Neng bu neng literally means can or cannot, but in a question it means could you or can you.
So it gives the other person a choice.
Exactly. It sounds softer than a direct command.
What would a direct command sound like?
帮我开门, help me open the door.
That is not always rude, but it depends on tone and relationship.
Right. With a close friend, it may be fine. With a stranger or neighbor, 能不能帮我开一下门 feels better.
能不能帮我开一下门?
Good. Could you help me open the door for a moment?
What are other examples?
能不能帮我看一下包? Could you watch my bag for a moment?
Useful at a cafe.
能不能发我一下地址? Could you send me the address?
Useful because I lose addresses constantly.
能不能帮我拿一下? Could you help me hold this for a second?
Useful when I am carrying groceries and also trying to unlock a door and also reconsidering my life choices.
Very realistic.
I notice yixia appears again.
Good ear. 一下 softens the action. 看一下, look for a moment. 拿一下, hold for a moment. 开一下门, open the door for a moment.
So yixia makes the request feel smaller.
Yes, it tells the other person this is not a huge job.
That is useful because a lot of help is small. We just need language that keeps it small.
Exactly. A good small request has 3 parts: a soft opening, a clear action, and a light size.
Soft opening, 打扰一下, or 麻烦你.
Clear action, help me open the door, send the address, look at this form.
Light size, 一下.
Perfect.
What if the help is not immediate? Like, I need someone to send me a photo later, but it does not have to happen right now.
Then a very good phrase is 不急,不急.
不急,不急.
不 means not. 急 means urgent, rushed, or anxious. 不急 means no rush.
I love this phrase already.
It is small, but socially powerful.
Because it removes pressure.
Exactly. If you ask, 能不能帮我找一下那个文件? Then add 不急, it means, could you help me find that file? No rush.
The person can breathe.
Yes, you are saying, I need this, but I am not throwing a fire at you.
Very good sentence.
In work messages, 不急 is common. For example, 有空的时候发我一下,不急. When you have time, send it to me. No rush.
有空的时候, when you have free time.
Right. That phrase is also useful, but our core word today is 不急.
It feels kind.
It is kind when it is honest.
Important.
Yes. Do not say 不急 if it is actually urgent, and you will start sending question marks in 10 minutes.
The fake no rush.
The fake no rush is dangerous.
No rush, but I am emotionally watching the clock.
Exactly. If it is urgent, say it clearly. If it is not urgent, 不急 is a small gift.
So help language also needs honesty.
Always. Politeness without honesty becomes confusing.
Can we build one full scene? I want to feel how these words work together.
Sure. Imagine you are in an office and the printer is not printing.
The printer never prints when you need it.
Correct. You see a coworker nearby. You do not want to make the printer their life problem. You just need 1 minute of help.
I walk over and say,
打扰一下.
打扰一下.
Then 麻烦你帮个忙.
麻烦你帮个忙.
Then the specific action. 能不能帮我看一下这个打印机?
能不能帮我看一下这个打印机?
Good. That means, could you help me take a look at this printer?
Then, if it is not urgent, I add 不急.
Yes. 不急,你有空的时候就行.
No rush, when you have time is fine.
Exactly.
Where does baituo go?
If you are very close with a coworker and the printer is destroying your soul, you might say, 拜托你了,我真的搞不定.
Please, I am counting on you. I really cannot handle it.
Yes, but that is stronger and more emotional.
So the normal version is 打扰一下,麻烦你帮他忙,能不能帮我看一下这个打印机?不急.
Perfect.
That is such a practical sentence.
It is, and the important part is that each piece has a job.
打扰一下 opens the door.
麻烦你 shows respect for their effort.
帮个忙 names the request.
能不能 gives them choice.
一下 keeps it small.
不急能 moves pressure.
That is the architecture of a small favor.
Exactly.
Can we also show the wrong version?
Useful. The wrong version is not always rude words. Sometimes it is missing information.
Like walking up to someone and saying, help.
Yes, that creates a small emergency in the other person's brain. Help with what? Is something dangerous? Is this going to take 10 seconds or 40 minutes?
So unclear help makes the request feel bigger.
Exactly. A better version is specific. 打扰一下,能不能帮我看一下这个地址?
Excuse me, could you help me check this address?
Now the other person knows the size of the task.
What about apologizing too much?
Also common. If you say sorry 5 times before a tiny question, the other person may feel they need to comfort you before helping you.
So too little softness feels abrupt, but too much softness creates emotional homework.
Perfectly said.
The best version is calm. You are not demanding, but you are also not disappearing.
Yes, polite does not mean tiny as a person. It means clear and considerate.
That is useful beyond language.
Very much beyond language.
This makes me think about something bigger. A city works because people do tiny favors all day.
Yes, someone points you to the right line. Someone tells you your backpack is open. Someone presses the elevator button when your hands are full.
Someone says your delivery is at the front desk.
Someone says you dropped your receipt.
None of these things are huge, but they make the city feel less cold.
Exactly. Small help is social glue.
I used to think independence meant never needing anyone.
Many people think that.
But now I think independence also means knowing how to ask clearly, respectfully, and not panic when you need a little help.
That is a healthier version.
Because needing help does not always mean something is wrong.
Sometimes it just means you have 2 hands and 3 objects.
Or 1 phone battery and 2% of hope.
Exactly.
I also like that these phrases do not make the request bigger. They make it easier to receive.
Good point. Polite language is not decoration. It helps the other person understand the size, urgency, and feeling of the request.
This also explains why direct translation can feel strange.
Yes, if you translate mafan ni word by word, it sounds like I am causing trouble to you, but the real function is softer.
It is closer to saying, could you help me with this, while showing that I respect your time.
Exactly. And darao isha is not a dramatic confession that you have ruined someone's day. It is just a polite knock.
A tiny social knock.
Right. When learning a phrase, it helps to ask, what is this phrase doing socially?
Not just, what does it mean in a dictionary?
Correct. The dictionary meaning is the label. The social function is the tool.
So bangmang names the tool, help.
Mafani softens the request.
打扰一下 opens the conversation.
能不能 gives choice.
不急 lowers pressure.
And baituo adds emotional weight when you really need it.
Size 一下
Urgency, 不急,
or say clearly if it is urgent.
Feeling, 麻烦你打扰一下拜托
And action, bangmang.
The next time I am locked outside with tomatoes, I will be ready.
The tomatoes will be proud. Let me add one more detail. After someone helps you, a simple 谢谢 is enough most of the time.
谢谢 Thank you.
Yes, you don't need a long speech, but if the person really saved you time, you can say 太感谢了. Thank you so much.
太感谢了
We are not teaching that as a core word today, but it is useful.
I like that the whole exchange can be small. Soft opening, clear request, no rush if needed, then a clean thank you.
Small and complete.
Let's quickly walk through the words from today's story.
First, bangmang, to help or do someone a favor.
You can say, neng bangmang ma? Could you give me a favor?
Second, mafan, trouble or to trouble someone. 麻烦你 makes a request softer and more respectful.
Third, darao, to disturb or interrupt. 打扰一下 is a polite way to start a question.
Fourth, 拜托, please with more emotional weight, like I am counting on you.
Fifth, 能不能, could you or can you? It gives the other person choice.
Sixth, 不急, no rush, a small phrase that lowers pressure when the request is not urgent.
Put together, you can say, 打扰一下，麻烦你帮个忙，能不能帮我看一下这个地址？不急。
Excuse me, could I trouble you to help me check this address? No rush.
Very good.
I like this episode because the words are simple, but the social feeling is deep.
That is daily language. The grammar may be small, but the human meaning is not small.
Asking for help can feel vulnerable, but a good small request says, I respect your time, I know what I need, and I am not trying to take over your day.
Exactly. And giving small help can also be meaningful. Sometimes the thing you do in 10 seconds becomes the thing that saves someone else's afternoon.
A door opens, a bag is watched, an address is sent. A printer is understood by the one person in the office who has apparently made peace with printers.
A rare person.
Very rare.
Thanks for listening to Everyday Chinese English Academy. I'm Ming.
And I'm Emma. Try one small phrase this week. 麻烦你帮个忙. Use it kindly, use it clearly, and remember to say thanks.
See you next time.